Today, I'm going to walk you through how to design and launch a homepage pop-up in order to collect emails from your customers, which you can use to send them a discount code and to market to them using email services like Klaviyo. Let's dive in. So to start, once you're in the homepage, you want to hit New Survey, and we have a large template library here. You're going to want to skip most of them and head straight to the reward email capture, which has the initial question along with discount code and reward slide. You want to select this template, and then you are going to want to pick where that survey is shown. And in this specific scenario, we want to click the homepage pop-up. Enter a name for this and create the survey. We have other videos walking you through how to set up questions and edit your slides. So in this video, I'm going to focus on how you can actually design the survey. So let me walk you through the options you have available to design your survey. The first is the ability to change the background color. And that background color is this background color here. Next, we have the ability to change the font color. So the color of all the text, the border color, which is the border surrounding the survey, the action color, which is the button's actions, and you can change the color of these buttons. And you also have the button font color, so changing the font color of the text in the surveys. We also have the ability to change the fonts and adjust the border radius and width. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough showing you what this looks like. Feel free to skip ahead to the sections that you want to focus on and spend more time on. So for the background color, what I want to do is I already have my hex codes available to you. If you don't know what this hex code is or you're not 100% sure, a great way is to actually go to your site and use a Chrome extension such as like a color picker in order to find the right hex codes. So I'm going to start entering in my hex codes for these different surveys, and bear with me for 1 second as I do this. All right, so you can see we've set up a nice little branded survey to match the brand. Let's move on to the fonts. So Zigpoll has some defaults already, such as the sans serif, the serif, and slab fonts. And these work for many brands, but we also realize that brands find it really important to match the font exactly to their site. In that case, we have the ability to do custom. And what's really important is that you just have to type in the name of the font you are using, and you have to make sure that it matches the custom font on your website exactly. When you test this, you're going to have to take the survey live and go to your homepage to just double check it, because the way that browsers work is that if that font doesn't already live on your computer, we aren't able to actually show it in the preview. So there are two ways. You can either take this live and do a quick test to check the visibility, or you can make sure that whatever font you are using on your website, you've installed it on your computer so that you can actually go and show it. So for demonstration's sake, let's say that we want to change this font to Arial. All I have to do is type in Arial, and I can also add in a simple backup. And to add a simple backup, I can do sans serifs. So this way, if for some reason the font cannot be displayed, you still have the right backup. And you can see the font changed. Or if I delete this, you can see us going back to the default. Let me put it back in, and there we go. Beautiful Arial survey. Every time you make a big change, make sure you hit save changes. Otherwise, if you exit, you're going to have to redo these changes again. The last big thing that I'm going to show you how to do is change the border radius and width. So if you want to make the corners of your surveys more round, you can essentially slide this up and down. So if you want a more sharp rectangle shape, you want to set border radius to 0. If you want a more rounded shape, you can set it to round. For thickness of the border, This one is pretty self-explanatory, and you can see you have the option to either make the non-existent or have a certain border around it. We also have the ability to add in images. So if I want to add in a logo image, I'm going to have to upload an image. One thing to keep in mind is that you have to have the right file format, which is either PNG or JPEG. So in order to double check that, you want to go and make sure your file name ends in .png or .jpg. Many logos are actually often in .webp, and that's not supported by Zigpoll at this moment. So we've added in a little logo here, and let's add in a side image also. And there we go. Now we have a Olipop branded pop-up. If I wanted to move the image to the right, I can do that. So you also have the ability to adjust the width and the max height like so by entering these numbers. Keep in mind this is max height, so this is the tallest the survey can be. You might not see changes in the preview section if you change this number. So if I change this to 700, you don't really notice a large visible change. If I change this to 400, you don't notice visible change. I find that if you really want to adjust the survey, the best way is to just fiddle with the width and save changes. Lastly, because there's a pop-up, you have the ability to increase the scale, and you can see the effect of that here. When you want to double check the design of your survey, we have a really easy way to do that. You can just pop in and do a test and make sure all the fonts are displaying correctly. And there we go. We have the discount code showing and everything looks good. That's everything you need to know to design a homepage pop-up to collect an email and provide a discount code in terms of a design perspective. If you have any questions for us, feel free to leave a comment or shoot us a message over at Zigpoll support. We would be happy to help.